How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Mars. Today, as you guys see, we got the dark horse in the background. Really cool Mustang they gave us here for the newest season. I'm gonna show you guys three tunes. One's gonna have the original engine. The other one's gonna have like the 1800 horsepower engine. So, like always, everybody new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and let's get right to it. So, as you guys see, we got the 24 Mustang dark horse in the background. Let's go right to the custom upgrades. In the custom upgrades, right with the conversions, original engine gives you 1,076 horsepower with 849 on that torque, weighing in around 3,000 pounds. Pretty heavy of a monster vehicle. Let me check real quick. Is that full weight reducted? I believe it is. Yeah, 3,100 pounds full weight reducted. That's insane of a weight. So it's a little bit slower than the GT. People that want to just know from the bat, GT is a lot lighter and it just grips better and does a lot better things. So besides that, you can actually put a V8 diesel in it. You can put a 5.2 V8, V10, V12, and this 7.2 liter V8, which gives us that 1,800 horsepower after you put in the twin turbos into it. Besides that, we're going to leave the car rear-wheel drive and put the twin turbos into it. Then let's go right over here. We're just going to put all of the parts race. Very easy and simple. Just slap on all the parts race, as you guys see. There we go, and there we go. So with the oil and cooling, you actually can, guys, pull it off without putting the oil and cooling. You will reduce some more weight. This is a pro tip there. It can give you a lot better here in the top end. If you want to reduce this here, it reduces a little bit of the power, but you reduce a lot of that weight. So if you guys want to do that, you guys can. But for the video, got it, race on there. Let's go right over here to the brakes. We got race on the brakes, rally on the suspension, and then race on the rest of the parts here. Of course, weight reduction and no need for a roll cage at all. You don't put roll cages in cars on Forza Horizon 5. Now let's go right over here to the drivetrain. Make sure to put everything pretty much just race, as you guys see. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Right to the tires. Make sure to put the drag tires all the way in the bottom. The front, leave it alone at 305s, and in the rear we got 335s in the rear. Real nice massive back wheels there. Any wheels you guys want, you actually can leave the stock wheels. The stock wheels are carbon fiber and they actually are super light. So if you just want to leave the stock wheels, you guys can. But for the video, I put some whole shots on there. Size of the wheels, make sure to leave them alone at 19 to 19. And the spacers, if you guys want to put the spacers. Besides that, you get some crazy wing options here. But the best thing to do is remove the wing. Like that, you reduce some more weight on it by reducing it. Even though I love it with the stock one. The stock one looks really good. Really like the design on the stock one. But for the video, we're of course going to weight reducted for that. Now right for the tune, guys, we got 55 in the front, 15 in the rear. Then we got 240 final drive. First gear is 390, second gear is 270, 150, 1.20, and 0.95, topping out around 266 there with the vehicle. Make sure to zero everything out, and 7, and then 65. Then we got soft and soft front and rear, but the vehicle is raised all the way up, so when that power distributes, it does like a little squat in the rear. And then we got 8.5, 8.5, and 1. Nice equal on the distribution there with the rebound and buff stiffness. Nothing with this, and 100 and 100. So that is it. Let's bring this bad boy out for a little spin at 2 1/4 mile. This is mainly a 1/4 mile drag vehicle, of course, with 1,000 horsepower. The Mustang, of course. Let's make it a drag race. So let's take a look at it real quick at the inside. I personally like the whole screen. It just looks modern, gives it a nice little touch to it. Some people don't like it because it kind of, defeats the whole curvature of the inside of the vehicle. But it's everybody's own opinion. All in all, looks pretty good to me. So as we know, it has, I believe, the Coyote engine in it, so it kind of should sound about the same as the rest. From what I hear about the sound, I hear it's a little bit more of a higher pitch. But all in all, kind of should sound about the same as the rest of the engine that this one's have. already had so many Mustangs already in the game. There's so many versions of the Mustangs too. Got the anti-lag on there, as you can see, pops all over the place. And as you see how that back end squats every time I, stomp on the gas there. Pretty cool with the paint job. This is a factory paint job of the baby blue. Those stripes on the top of it are actually carbon fiber, but you can actually change those stripes there to any color you guys want. So change it, to use around with different flavor. Do like the way that they designed the stripes on there, especially on the front headlights, how it curves around the front headlights. You can take a look at the front headlights there. It curves around that front grille. You can actually change that color. Well, right now it's carbon fiber, but all in all, it looks good. Let's take it here to the quarter mile. Looks like it's about to rain. Yeah, like it pop. So the quarter mile is this pole right over here. This pole here is the start of the quarter mile. That's going to be 440 yards, which is 1320. Gives us that quarter mile. So I guess we're on that season where it just keeps raining a lot. And yeah, make sure to get the tires hot, guys. You can do a reverse burnout. Reverse burnout helps you get the tires pretty warm there. Line up the car just like that. Then you're going to press e-brake, gas, and clutch. So when you press the e-brake and gas, watch that RPM needle shoot up, and then you press down the clutch. Just like that. Real nice quick motion. You press the e-brake, gas, and then the clutch. Now I can tap on the clutch while having the other press down, the e-brake and the gas. And as you guys see, we got 638 horsepower, 660 or 696 on that torque, 20 pounds of boost. What you gotta do is let go of the e-brake and gas, the e-brake and the clutch, and there you go. 4 gears for the quarter mile, guys. It does about a 269. You can probably get it to about 270s, 271s with a real nice, perfect tune. Like always, you guys know that these are base tunes, so you guys can tweak them, make them a lot quicker. Right now, it moving around that 269 is actually pretty good. It is very competitive to a lot of vehicles out there that this kind of number. So I'm pretty happy we got a more modern Mustang that can compete with the rest. So let's go now real quick and show you guys the other Mustangs. I got 3 Mustangs here. Show you guys the all-wheel drive version. I know that's going to be a little bit easier for you guys to drive than the rear-wheel drive, but I do have a rear-wheel drive 1800 horsepower and an all-wheel drive one right now. So here we go. This is the all-wheel drive. This is the one that a lot of people are probably going to do mainly all-wheel drive than rear-wheel drive, just because of how the rear-wheel drive is. It's a little bit laggy. Nothing like the GT, nothing like the 24 GT. The 24 is way better in my eyes, way quicker, grips a lot better. It moves better. They should have done the same with the grip on this car, but for some reason they didn't do it. Even though this one does weigh a lot more, I figured it will weigh more. That's kind of how they did with the Nismo GTR and the regular GTR. The Nismo was a little bit heavier. But yeah, you brake, gas, and clutch. You let go of those two, and remember, this is just going to be an all-wheel drive. So you got 4 gears there, back to back to back to back. Leave it on that 4th gear, it'll do that 234 miles per hour. The build is exactly about the same. So let me show you guys the tune real quick, and then show you guys the build. So we got 15 on those tire pressures there, and then we got 220 on 1st gear. 2nd gear is 285. 3rd gear or 2nd, well, wow. 1st gear is 285. 2nd gear is 220. 3rd gear is 170, 135, 120, and 0.95. It does 1.30 to 60, so that's pretty quick all-wheel drive, of course. And I mean, shoot, an all-wheel drive Mustang, that thing in real life will be moving, especially with 1800 horsepower. Zero everything out in 7, 1 in 65. Soft and soft front and rear, lifted all the way up to the front, to the sky actually, front and rear. 2022 and 2. Nothing with this, and 100, 0, 100, 0, and 90. So that is the build for the all-wheel drive. All that power still going to the back end. Remember, to launch the car is going to be that 4K launch, which is e-brake, gas, clutch. And tap on the clutch like so, put down the telemetry here. We got 29 pounds of boost, 709 on that torque. Being all-wheel drive, of course, shorter first gear, stronger 0 to 60, and it just moves fairly well being all-wheel drive. So mainly a lot of people are going to do is going to be the all-wheel drive compared to the rear-wheel drive, but it is what it is. Let me show you guys the build for this all-wheel drive. So the build is pretty simple. We got now the 2-liter V8, 1800 horsepower, 13 on that torque, 3,000 pounds. And it's all-wheel drive, and we got the twin turbos, of course, for the higher end top speed, more also a horsepower as well, as you guys see with the anti-lags on the twin turbos. And then when it comes towards the build, I'm gonna go pretty quickly because it's all the same, guys, all the same. Nothing with the roll cage, all the other parts race. In here, this one you leave it stock, but you can actually tweak it, so it's fine. And then you can put all these parts race, just like that. Of course, drag tires, just as you guys see, no width in the front, full width in the rear, and then any wheels, of course, you guys want that are super light. Make sure to put the nice wheels. You can leave it stock, of course, as you guys know. Stock wheels are also light, and you can take off the wing for a lot lower in that weight there. And that is it. That is it. That is it. Let's go for the final one, which is going to be the rear-wheel drive one. This is the one that has a longer first gear. It doesn't. It should grip just like its GT right here. This one here is my 1900 horsepower one that I call it. Weighs 2,800 pounds. It's rear-wheel drive, and it just moves so good. I love it. Love the way this car moves. I like racing against a lot of people. And now look at this one. Look at the weight. We're looking at about almost going about 100 pounds difference. But yet this one grips insanely well compared to this one, and in making this one a lot shorter of a first gear than this one. It's just I don't know, Forza logic. I guess that's how they do their things. But that is the way it is. Make sure to put the same engine as you guys see now with rear-wheel drive, twin turbos, of course, for the top end speed and more horsepower, as you guys see. And then same exact concept, guys, with the build. Right? Remember, rally on the suspension, all of the parts exactly the same as the first build. So you guys are gonna be asking, why am I going so fast? It's because it's the same thing. I get the same comments all the time. It's so funny. Of course, drag tires, no width in the front, full width in the rear, yada yada yada. Make sure to put any wheels you guys want that are super light. That is it. Let's go right to the tune for this one. It's 55 in the front, 15 in the rear, and we got 220. And then, you know, as you guys see, almost all that first gear is going towards speed. You're only going to use 3 gears for the half a mile, I believe. Yeah, 3 gears, and then it's only going to have a 4 gear. So it's only a 4 gear speed vehicle, as you guys can see, because those gears are long because that first gear always wants to burn out on you. But yeah, 230 on first gear, 170, 130, and 0.105. 105 there. Insane. But it grips, goes, and it still tops out like, I think, like 236 or something like that. Zero everything out in 7. 65 there. Then we got soft, stiff, or raise, soft, lower, raise. You know, the suspension soft. And yeah, you guys get it. 1 8.5, 8.5, and 1. Nothing with this, and 100 and 100. So let's bring this final one outside for a nice little quick spin here. Hopefully it's not raining. It's not. This one. Oh yeah, this one has the gray, the lines with the red in the middle. Match. Kind of get a different twist to it. I kind of like the carbon fiber doors, the carbon fiber hood. I like that kind of style. It's a little impressive. Make sure to get those tires hot, guys. Every time you bring out a first car out for a nice little spin, let's light it up here in half a mile, or actually, yeah, it is half a mile. Half a mile. E-brake, gas, clutch. Make sure to do that. Same 29 pounds of boost, 709 on that torque. Let go of those two. As you guys see, it's spinning. So make sure to get those tires hot. Eventually it'll start gripping. But yeah, Like as you guys see, for some reason the GT is not like this. The GT grips it really well, and they just didn't want to do the same, I guess, grip for it. I don't know. Do the same launch real quick and see if we can start hooking. There we go. Hook that time. As you guys see how long that first gear is, and then you're only using 3 gears to top out here at 236. 236. That is insane. Rear wheel drive there, and you see how that one moved, right? You see how the first gear that is. Let me bring out that GT so I can show you guys what I'm talking about with the GT. Just I like the GT better. I mean, it just moves better. They did everything correctly with the GT, and for some reason they messed it up. Like I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. It should have been finer tweaked with the Dark Horse. Even though it has the weight, of course it was going to weigh a little bit more. Even though for some reason in real life it should have at least weighed less, but I don't know. You know, you're adding carbon fiber, you're adding these kind of things to the car, you'll think it'll weigh less, but I guess if you add stuff to the engine, it weighs. No idea. But look, same horsepower and all that on that bow boosted wrong here. Back and one time, you see that front end lifts up. Front end lifts up, really nice. Look at that. Look at that. Look how beautiful it just drives GT to the Dark Horse. Way better. It does trap lower because it's quicker. So because this car is so quick, it traps lower. It's just that common sense. But yeah, e-brake gas clutch. This moves way better. That wheelie that it does is phenomenal. Hope you guys got one of these as well. But pairing both of them, I personally like this one more, mainly drag racing. Dark Horse, of course, is probably more of a circuit kind of vehicle. So it probably does its own performance on the circuit, but still, you bring them both together. Mustangs, people drag race Mustangs all the time. So, my personal opinion. Hope you guys like the tunes. Subscribe, enjoy. I'll see you guys around with another drag tune video. Peace out, everybody. Bye bye.